Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Doing well this morning. How are you? Doing great. Cannot complain. How's it going with the band? I have not made any progress. I have spent a lot of time sending appeals through different channels and different avenues, and no progress yet. Haven't even received a response. So pretty frustrating, but it'll be okay. We'll make it work. If I have to, I'll just build a new account back up. Definitely not ideal though. Definitely not ideal. Hope you're doing all right though, Mike. Yeah, they did. They said I was impersonating somebody. That's the reason. They told me I was impersonating myself, basically. Yeah. You got 100 different fake accounts that don't get banned, and then the one real account, which is me, I get banned. Pretty frustrating. Does it sound good, Tyler, or does it sound bad? I turned it up a little bit because I usually keep it down because of the TikTok. So if it sounds, if it sounds, if it needs adjustments, let me know. Echoey. Shit. Let's see. Other fake accounts reporting. I don't know why they would though, because like then they don't have content to rip off. That sound better? We'll work the kinks out as we go here. Sounds like I'm in an empty room, huh? Let's see. Better. I can turn it down a little more too. It's the sensitivity. Might be also because I'm using, I don't know if the camera quality you can tell, but I'm using the same camera I use for TikTok now that I'm not streaming on there. Sounds like Megatron. What in the world? We gotta fix that. Work with me. We'll get it squared away. Does that sound better right there? Let's see. Turn that off. Maybe that was it. I think it was picking up two different signals. Yeah, I think it was picking up two different signals for some reason. usually that one signal is dedicated to the TikTok. So I think it was picking up both of them. Hopefully that stays good. Yeah, man, pretty screwy that they can just, without any sort of warning, get rid of an account with that many followers and that much consistency on it. I think I've been live on that account almost every single day since last July, so pretty frustrating. Man, this war manipulation the last 2 days has been insane. Constant conflicting news. I want to see this dumped new week opening gap. It's scary being this close up to 30K. Yeah, I agree. I thought last night we were going to potentially fill that gap, but pumped back up here in London, so we'll see what happens. We have one orange folder news event at 10 a.m. It's the consumer confidence report coming out of the conference board. I don't know that that'll have much of an effect, but we'll keep an eye on it. I think there's an account impersonating you with more followers could be why. Yeah, they were paid followers though. I was able to check that myself. That completely botted the followers on that account. I don't know why TikTok isn't able to see that. TikTok is very screwy too, man. They don't have any sort of way of getting in contact with a real human. Like that's my biggest pet peeve about a company. I want to be able to talk to a real person. I don't want a robot. I don't want a chat bot. I don't want any of that crap. I want to talk to a human being. It's frustrating. I was with PJ this weekend and he was telling me that he had it happen to his TikTok account, but he had basically like a management company that he was working with at the time, and they were basically tied into TikTok, the company. And so he was able to get it back super quick. But I'm not a big dog like that. I don't have those sorts of connections yet, so. Did you guys have a good weekend? How's everybody doing? Did you take a look at the charts at all yesterday? Man, I did. And I highly recommend avoiding trading bank holidays like that. However, I did take a trade yesterday. 2 trades. I took a long immediately at open. I made about $1,200. And then I took another trade on the short and made an extra 400 on top of that. Two trades basically, but it was the same trade on just 2 different accounts on that short. The only reason I was even had the charts pulled up was because of the I was anticipating the pump. You know, I feel like there was a lot of optimism around this supposed deal that's supposed to happen with Iran, Iran, but I personally don't think that there's going to be a deal anytime soon. So who knows what's going on, man. Weekend was good. Had barbecue yesterday. There you go. Sounds really good, man. Got a pretty strong S&T here. NQ made the high and swept this London, but did not do so on ES. So hopefully that means we're getting ready to dump. We'll see though. Look at you. You figured it out. Well, well, well. I hit up the beach with a lady, got some sun, and avoided the charts completely. There you go, Mike. I'm old enough to remember when the war in Iraq was only supposed to be a few months, 20 years, and 14 trillion later, it was finally over. Yeah. I said that from the very beginning. It reminded me of what they had said about COVID. 2 weeks to stop the spread. Next thing you know, we're locked down for 4 years. I said that to multiple different people, and they were like, "Oh, no, no, no." Well, here we are. 2 weeks turned into four. Four turned into 2 months. That's how these things go, man. And I'm pretty sure every single advisor that Trump had, including J.D. Vance, told him that this was not going to be as smooth as it was being presented by another country's prime minister. Dog comments are prohibited on YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't usually get any. We've never tested the waters over on the tube, so I'm not sure. Samaj, I really hope it doesn't turn into that, though, man. I really don't. I really hope that he gets wound down quickly. By the way, I just got an email. I said this in the Discord for anybody that didn't see it. Last chance to get the 50% off of the Take Profit Trader. They said we are not extending the sale. So I don't know, the next time it'll be 50% off. I'm sure it'll go back to the 40% off at some point. Maybe not right away, or maybe right away. I don't know. But 50% off, I don't think will happen again for a while, if I had to guess. Let's see, lather those puppies on this. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope I do too, man. If I don't, we'll just build up the other one. I need to just make sure I got to start posting a lot more content and build it up the same way I built the one previously. So I need to diversify anyway. That way I'm not so concentrated in one account with so many followers. I've been trying to build up this YouTube, but the camera quality is usually not as good as the TikTok. It's a little harder to gain traction on these other platforms. TikTok is relatively easy and straightforward. What would you say is more important, letting price hit your TP or getting out early while you're still in profit? I take my profits, man. There's something to be said for the excuse me, for the strategy of set it and forget it. But I take my profits. I like to lock in my profits, especially if you're trading an account that has intraday trailing drawdown. I take my profits and I try to be satisfied with that. Now, I'm not suggesting that out of panic you close your trades early, but if you start to see something, as you know, I use Bookmap very aggressively to dictate when I'm getting in and out of trades. So the majority of the time, my exit of a trade is dictated by what I'm seeing on the Bookmap. So if it looks like the order book's shifting in the opposite direction of my trade, or if I see the momentum slowing down tremendously, I'll hop out. I have no problem with that. Good thing about YouTube is there's no drive-by warriors like on TikTok. Yeah, at least you won't have random dudes begging for a signal. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yeah, I think, Slim, what I like to do, and take this for whatever it's worth. You don't have to copy this, but I can tell you what I've done to find some success with the intraday trailing. I size a little more aggressively, and I look for the smaller trades. I look for the 15, 20, 25, 30 point trades, and I usually move to break even very quickly or trail my stops very quickly. That way I'm locking in profits and not allowing, I don't want a ton of drawdown to be sucked away by being up 1,000 and then all of a sudden I close the trade at only up 500. Next thing you know, your drawdown's gone because you've done that multiple times. So I think sizing a little more aggressively, not too aggressive, but something, a mini. I think a mini is a good contract size for TPT. TPT is good on TradingView. The Tradeovate app is something you can use on your phone if that's something you really need to do. It's not as, things are not as integrated as Top Step X, the way they have their Top Step X, the way you can trade it on your phone. What can I find you on TikTok? My TikTok account got banned. You gotta join the Discord. You would have known. My TikTok account got banned. Trying to get it back, but currently out of commission. I think if you're looking for a different firm and you're looking for something that is easier to trade on your phone, Samaj, TradeC is a good platform, and you can use TradeC with Tradeify, Lucid, a couple other firms. Lucid is really good, and it is a lot like the TopSec X platform or Project X platform on your phone. And Alpha Futures, Alpha Futures, they just released their own platform. I haven't even checked it out, to be honest, but I've heard it's similar to TradeC. Oh, you use your computer? Okay. Yeah, I would say TPT, if you wanted to use them and use TradingView, you can definitely do that. You just get the Tradeovate account when you're purchasing the, which plan you want. It's the CQG or whatever it is, Tradeovate plan. You sign in the Tradeovate, make sure you activate your TradingView in the settings, and then you can sign into the Tradeovate account inside of TradingView. Why did I get it banned? They said I was impersonating myself. For impersonation. Yeah. Pretty frustrating. Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, have not caught the dogs yet. Haven't gotten up yet, Ballas. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope I do too. I've been sending all kinds of different appeals through emails and through TikTok website and through their app, and yeah, haven't gotten any responses. But I mean, I think it's pretty easy to verify that I am who I am. I mean, I'm the real person, so I included some forms of identification and things like that. So I'd be a little surprised if I didn't get it back, but it'll be what it'll be. Maybe it'll just force me to improve the YouTube stream and get the what's it called? The picture and everything, like you know what I mean? Improve it, make it more professional. Any advice for a Mexican burger boy trying to make it on trading, and thoughts on Mexicans in general? Do You prefer trading at all-time highs versus normal PA? I know many people go back and forth on it. Definitely more normal PA. All-time highs can be frustrating. I don't mind trading all-time highs when we get these giant pullbacks in the overnight session and we get some structure to trade off of. But constantly just trading at all-time highs can be a little bit tricky. Well, the fake accounts are going to look really silly when there's no content that goes up for a few weeks, yeah. Hopefully that gets them to stop. All right, we got the verse of the day here, John 3:17. God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Amen. Amen to that. Thought I blew one of my accounts a while ago and I got an email saying my account was dormant. I was so hyped I couldn't sleep for an extra hour. Couldn't see all the screens on TikTok anyway, which is why I switched to YouTube. Yeah, I think it's a better layout. Does the camera size look okay? I kind of made it a little smaller, I think. You guys really aren't tuned in here to see my face. You're tuned in here to see the charts, so I figured I'd make that as non-obstructive as possible. Kim, what's up? Camera's good? Sweet. Amazing. Appreciate that, Juco. There's 1,000 people in the Discord, man, or close to it. Most of them are probably in there for the free accounts. There's usually around 50 people that stay in the YouTube. So my 50K TPT account is currently negative 347. If it goes down to negative 500, does that blow the account, or is that only if I lose 500 in one day? It's max drawdown. So what you should do is, do you have the distance to drawdown net liquidity showing on your Trade-Evade? It'll show you how much drawdown you have left. If you've gone in a 50K account, if you've gone over 2,100 in profit, and then it comes back, I think the max drawdown your account balance can go to is like 50,100 or something, because it locks the drawdown at the top up there. But if you haven't hit that level yet, it's end of day trailing. So from whatever your peak balance is, make sure you keep the distance to drawdown net liquidity turned on Trade-Evade, and you can see exactly how much you have left. FLB, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Hope you had a good weekend too, man. Colognes. I mean, I wear cologne. I do wear cologne. What am I wearing right now? Dolce & Gabbana summertime something, I think. Camera could be better, Christian. My advice would be to place it below your desk and angle it towards your feet so we can check out the quality, make sure everything is running smoothly. Need a dedicated dog cam for you, Ballas. I'm going to make it a subscription only. Foot cam. How's your hang with PJ? Was he worried about some of the people in your lives? No, I didn't say anything about that. That's good, man. He's doing well. It's good to see him again. Tristan, what's up, man? The weekend was good. Much needed relaxation time. It was good. It was really good. Tom Ford, yeah, Tom Ford's got some good smelling stuff. I am not. I am not. How was your weekend, Tristan? Yeah, PJ's good, man. He's enjoying. I think he's enjoying uh, North Carolina, man. It's hard not to. It's hard not to. We're full though, just in case anybody's wondering. We've reached max capacity down here. PJ was the last uh, admittance. No more spots available. I'll check those out. I have been looking for a different scent because I've been wearing the same one for like 2 years now. I think light blue is a good fragrance. Say the same for Florida. Yeah. It's crazy. I feel like everywhere is full right now. I think the Midwest and maybe some places in the Pacific Northwest are the only. Umbrella there's probably my favorite. It's just a unique smell. I'll check it out. It was nice to spend time with the girl. Yeah, it's always good, man. I agree with that. Definitely good. You guys are always eating some good food, Tristan. I've noticed that. Guys are always eating well. Love to see it. Dallas, Texas is full. Yeah. Texas getting absolutely bombarded with all the Californians. I did not. I wasn't home this weekend, Everett. I didn't get a chance to hop on. Plenty of room in Mexico if y'all want to meet me down there for the summer. There are some nice spots down there, man. Some really nice spots in Mexico. Look at this dump. Comes from dating Polish. So we got this big SMT with ES. So let's see if we, this is the dump potentially that I was thinking was going to happen. Let's see if we dump it open or if we pump. We'll put this swing low in here too. Was this a data wick here at 8:05? What was that? Gonna make me FOMO into this. Think the Spurs go all the way this year? I have not been watching basketball, man. I am stuck on hockey right now. We watched those, my team's the Carolina Hurricanes, so I was watching them last night. PJ was talking about the Knicks. The Knicks, that's his team. I couldn't tell you anything about professional basketball right now, man. I have seen some Wemby stuff on TikTok. Watching the Hockey World Championship. I have not been watching that. I didn't even know that was going on, and I'm a big hockey fan. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Stay patient. We'll see if we can make some money. Liquidity just got injected above us up to the 40s here. A lot of liquidity under us here on ES. Dakota, what's up, man? ES is dumping. What, I get banned? Impersonation. They said I was impersonating myself. I have a new TikTok. I have a backup account that I created if you want to follow it. Christian Trades Live 1, number 1. polish your. I'm about sick and fucking tired of technical issues, man. It's pissing me off so bad. Missed this whole trade because of some technical BS. So frustrating. Juice, what's up, man? I'll take that. Could have held longer, maybe even switch accounts real quick and get more of this, but switch accounts quickly here. Take a little more off of that. Orders all the way to 3,000 here. 1,300 times 5 right there on the Lucid accounts. Been in Turkey catching some sun. There you go, man. $2,000 trade on the fund, very nice. Let's switch accounts here. Passed my phase one. Very nice, man. Very nice. This 30,000 has not wanted to get hit. It's been elusive, if you will. Yeah, here's ES. You want to see it on Bookmap you're talking? It's ES Bookmap. Make it go up 10 points. This has been this 3,000, or excuse me, 30,000 level has just been elusive. It is not, we've edged it a couple times. Back in Barcelona this Friday, nice. You living it up over there, Juice. ground operation in Lebanon is extending beyond where it has been. So they're firing that back up. So that could be what this pullback is for, or it could be because we just swept that buy side. Got an S&T. I think you guys should be prepared for this deal not to go. This is just my speculation. I try not to allow my political feelings influence my analysis. I think analytically, it's a smart thing to anticipate that this deal is not going to go through based on what we're seeing. And if that's the case, I think this will, at some point this week, we'll see a pretty strong retracement. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my gut instinct about this based on the information I'm seeing. Trading yesterday, no, somebody asked if they could see, yeah, I got in on that pump too, Ballas. 1374 times 5 on the Lucid accounts. I'm not trading ES. I had it on here. Somebody asked if they could see that. I can pop back over to, this is NQ. Trump holding a cabinet meeting at Camp David on Wednesday. Okay. Baron asked his dad for some help on trades this morning. Rub the dogs for that 30K. You guys. Please rub them for full TP. I am surprised it's not just firing through that level. You're good, Everett. she's known. She raised 4 boys, man. Trying to see if it's gonna hit this 30,000 mark. It just doesn't want it. Long from here, fruit? I wouldn't jump in on this at this level unless you're scalping up to 30, but you're getting some strong resistance here. We do have news at 10. Orange folder. Consumer confidence. It's 5 seconds. There's that 30,000. And it takes the freak off. Consumer confidence is up, according to the conference board. Nice. Full TP. Big SMT, man. talking, dude. What's your advice? Just like now, if I missed a setup which played perfectly but just didn't take it, sit on your hands, man. It's gonna happen. There's always another setup at some point. Don't let it bother you. There's always gonna be another setup. Yeah, that sounds rough, Samaj. Early on in your trading career, did you ever go through a phase where you knew the strap but tended to randomly trade when on the charts? Experiencing this for some reason? Know my strat well, but seems to go out the window when live trading. Yeah, you're getting trigger happy, man. You just gotta wait. You just gotta figure out a way to just sit on your hands until you're in your kill zone, or you're seeing exactly what it is that you're looking for. And kind of what helped me lock in on that is you had to really, for me, I had to experience a lot of negative consequences, and you got to get tired of those negative consequences. 1,500 on profit. What's the account size? What firm? What account type? Have you ever taken a payout before? A lot of different factors before I can tell you what I would do. What firm is it? I'm not sure what the payout rules are. Here's my advice, though. If you've never taken a payout, take it as quickly as possible. Break that mental. There's a mental hurdle there that you need to get over, a psychological wall, if you will, that you need to break through. And I think that once you do that, it does something psychologically to you where it becomes real and allows you to. I don't know. For me, it made trading more real once you see that payout. You know, it helps you. So I'd say take it when you can. I don't know that 1,500 in profit. I don't know that you can request a payout that and with that amount of profit. I think you have to have more than that, but I could be wrong. I haven't traded Top Step in a while. Doesn't look like it. We're pumping. So orders up to 50 here. I snagged another 850, 885 on my take profit accounts. I'm gonna try to find something here on my Alpha Futures accounts. Started off with one mini, and I added in as we went in closer in profit and trailed my stops. I actually peak balance on that take profit trade. I only ended up with 885, but I was peak profit at 1200. I should have trailed a little tighter. This strong pullback is what got me. My target was 30. I was trying to target that 30.030 level. 50 is the next big level here. There we go. I got out right there at 47. So 751 on the alpha accounts. That's not bad. 751 on the alpha accounts, 885 on the take profit accounts, and 1300 on the lucid accounts. Not bad for a Tuesday. Now the question is, do we trade the personal account? Or have we missed the moves? Dallas would put chocolate drizzle on your dogs and eat them if he could. So Tyler, on the contract sizing on that, with those alpha accounts, I started with one mini and then added in my total contracts on that was 3. But the majority of the trade was not more than one contract. The majority of the trade was one contract. And this candle, the big candle, let's see, on the 2-minute time frame was I got in around here after this pullback, and then we started pumping again. I was targeting initially this wick high. I added in right there, added in right before I took out. I added in right around the 41 area again, and then got out at 47. Yeah, definitely a nice change up from last week. Yeah, usually when I get about 10 points in profit, I'll go break even and I'll add in a contract. And then as I'm going up, I'll add in another contract where it makes sense, as long as the momentum's staying there. But you see how we rejected so heavily here at this 50 level. I got out right at 47. Could have held it, would have made another, 15 points on that, but still. What's your take on PJ saying a wick isn't a full liquidity sweep? Like, look at ES London low sweep for 30 from 30 minutes ago. I agree with PJ that you want to see candle closures below the level. There's no question about that. I think I might have accidentally removed the marking there for London low. But you generally want to see a candle closure below the level. That's typically what you want to see. So, and just because you see, okay, well, we just barely wicked this London low and we pumped right afterwards, I would not use that as the rule. I would use that as the exception. I can tell you there's been plenty of times where I took a trade simply off of a wick sweep and price returned because it didn't fully sweep the level. It wasn't done. This is why Bookmap helps you so much though, Matthew. If you, on Bookmap, what you were seeing at that level, there was no more liquidity to be taken, or at least there was plenty of orders stacked above us. So that's why I think Bookmap is so crucial. At least the 1 minute, Tyler. I mean, the 1 minute would be the minimum. You want to see a candle closure at least on the 1 minute. And as you can see here on the 1 minute, we just wicked it. If I were to mark, here, I'll remark this for you. This was London low here. So this is the 1 minute, and that's the 1 minute wick. So we didn't even get a candle closure on the 1 minute, and that would be the bare minimum. What's the dark red line at the top? Those are orders, 291 orders at 30,100. Yeah, bookmap is good. I typically do like 10-point break even as well. NQ has been so wiki lately that I've been giving myself some wiggle room. Yeah. $1K for the day. Very nice. Yeah. I mean, if it's clear, if bookmap tells you a short for 15, 20 points at all-time highs is a decent, like, you just get complete confirmation on the bookmap. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but looking for like big sweeping shorts, where you're targeting 50, 100 points, I don't recommend it. A lot of them are sell orders. finished plus 460 on my 2 My Fun and Futures rapid evals, but I do struggle sometimes wanting to keep trading because I start to feel overconfident. Yeah, that's definitely want to lock yourself out. Lock yourself out. That's my advice. All right, Ballas. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you guys being here. You have a blessed day too, man. If you guys are new, drop a follow or subscribe, if you will. We're going to try to do our best to grow this YouTube since our TikTok is currently banned. I appreciate that, man. You're the man, Biles. Appreciate it, man. Have a good day. Waiting for shorts. I would be careful trying to take shorts at this level. What they said that was bannable? They said I was impersonating someone. They said I was impersonating myself, which I'm not sure how that works, but it's being. I've appealed it through every avenue you possibly can. I'm just waiting to hear a response about it. Yeah, tons of fake accounts, and I'm the one that gets banned, so that's frustrating. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that a lot. Hope you have a good day, bro. Yeah, I got you. Trying to target Asia high. You already hit it. Oh, you talking about all-time highs? Yeah, I think ES will keep pumping. Yeah. Is it just me or do I look super white with this camera for some reason? Look like a ghost. Having an identity crisis. It's crazy looking. Let's see if that helps. Dang, that sucks, fruit. Hate to hear that, man. Wild that NQ is up 1.8%. Yes, it's only up 0.8. Yeah. Qualcomm strikes an AI chip deal with TikTok owner ByteDance. Interesting. Yeah, give me 1 second, make gravy. That's a yes. Nice. Man, I thought he was going to sweep London low. Yeah. Didn't want to. It said no. Trying to figure out if this wants to go lower here. It seems like it potentially does. There's orders flat. I mean, there's still orders above us. We're at all-time high. I mean, we're trading just below all-time highs here, but we got orders down into the 50s here that seem to be trying to drag price a little lower. Plenty of orders above us on ES, like you can see here. But this is making noises like it wants to go down into these 50s. Red folder at 11? No, there's no US red folder at 11. The only red folder this week is on Thursday. Core PCE and preliminary GDP. Bouncing here in these 70s. I think the 60 level is, price seems like it wants to dump right down to that area. Hey, Jason. Hey, uh, hang on one second. Sorry about that. People, I had myself muted. I had a phone call there. People trying to do trying to negotiate on a vehicle, and these guys have been hounding me. I gave them a number, and this was around Easter. Gave them a number around Easter, and they told me, "Oh, we're way off. We're way off." Now they're coming back telling me the number's good, but the number's changed. That was the number around Easter. I'm lower now, and now they're hemming and hawing about that. So you can hem and haw about the number now, but you're going to come back to me in a couple months and accept it, and at that point, it's going to be even lower. So keep moving the goalpost if you want. I took a little bit of that dump. I don't know if you saw that. Let's flash the P&L on the screen for a second. We were at, what was it, 1,300 before. Now we're at 1,500. That's probably it for me for the day. To be completely honest, we just hit 11 o'clock. So it's not a cool car. It's a truck, actually. It's not even it's something that I would use as a daily driver. Trying to get rid of the M5 and get into a truck as a daily driver, just to have something that is a little more useful. I think I'm going to wrap it up right there, guys. That was a good day. 1,500 times 5 Lucid accounts. We're up 885 times 5 on the Take Profit Trader accounts, and 933. I can show these. 933 times 5 on the Alpha accounts. So that's a decent day. Kind of hard to argue with that. We still got lower here. We got orders at 45 now, flashing underneath us, down in this range. I think we could potentially get a little jump down there real quick. Yeah. Boom. There it is. Yeah. See, I mean, I think I could continue to make money, but I don't want to give any more. I don't want to give any of it back, any that I already made. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be live again. Hopefully we can get the TikTok back rolling. But if not, we'll keep doing what we're doing here. We'll make the best of the situation. So I love you guys. Be smart today. Remember, you got the rest of the week. There's no reason to press. No reason to take stupid trades if you don't see what you want. So be very disciplined. Be very patient. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll do it all over again. Love you guys. We'll see you then.